So we're going to just start off nice and simple. Like, this is a really, really easy way for a beginner to pull guard. We're going to go for mirror image grips. So I'm going to go for a straight across grip. He's going to go for his straight across grip. He grabs my sleeve, I grab his sleeve. So as a jiu-jitsu player, I want to keep my hips back away from my partner. If I start walking into my partner with my hips forwards, and he knows how to throw, it's likely that I'm going to be put on the floor. So I'm going to keep my hips back. So if we look at the grips that we've got, I've got a grip on the sleeve here, got a grip on the collar. The problem with putting my right foot up onto the hip here is that this arm is free. So if I put this right foot up onto the hip and he comes down and touches the leg as I sit down, he's going to get 2 points for a takedown. So as I lift, he touches the leg, I sit down, he gets 2 points, which obviously we don't want. So I'm going to go for the side where I've got a grip on the arm. So it's a little safer for me to hit or put my foot onto his hip, and also it kind of takes away the option for him to get the 2 points, and also the option for him to immediately pass guard as well. Because if I sit down and he takes his hand and just pushes my leg to the side, and he ends up getting the guard pass straight off of it. So the way that we're going to do this is I'm going to place my left foot onto his hip, but I'm going to put my toes pointing out towards my partner's hip. As I sit down, I'm going to put my ear down to the floor. So we're not going to sit down so that we're straight on and we're in this position where we're laying flat on our back. We want to come down so that we are able to defend the guard pass and we're able to attack immediately off of. So we've got the 2 grips, hips back. I'm going to put my toes out to the outside, drop and put my ear down to the floor. So I've got the connection on the hip. I've managed to pull guard safely. He hasn't managed to get any points off of me. But now I've got lots of different options. If I want to put myself in a closed guard, I want to put myself in open guard. And if I want to start attacking for submissions, I can. For now, I want you to look at 2 options. Number 1 option, we are going to center up, drive our leg up across our partner's back, and pull him into our closed guard. So, number 1 option, we're going to drop down, put our ear to the floor, take this outside leg, climb up his body, climb up, pull them down into closed guard. Second option is if he decides to grip my leg after I've landed. So I drop down, ear to the floor, note this leg here. So he grips hold of the leg, so now this puts this arm in range for me to be able to grip, snap the grip off. Now we can pull ourselves into an open guard position, okay? So again here, we've got our grips, hips back. We're going to take the left foot because that's the side I've got the grip on the arm. Toes go to the outside, ear goes down to the side. If he grips, we're going to snap the grip off, come back in the closed guard. If he doesn't grip, we just swing the leg through, climb up our body, up their body, excuse me, so we find our closed guard. So, mirror grips, guard pull. 1, 2, 3. All right, good. So just one detail on that guard pull. Make sure that your outside leg doesn't come to the inside too early. So we're off of the grips here. As I fall down, I want to make sure that my right leg comes right out here to the side. If this leg is too narrow, he's able to now take this arm, control the leg. Oh, he's going for that ankle lock, but he's able to collapse the leg down and maybe start trying to pass in this direction. Whereas, if I've got this leg out to the side, really difficult for him to pass this side because of the grip and the connection that I've got. Can't really pass this side at the moment because he can't get control of the leg well enough. And then it gives me the option to come back inside and start working open guards and such. So don't fall down with your leg too narrow. Fall down with the leg wide, and then we can always bring it in if we want to. So, off of this, my partner hasn't gone for the leg grip. He's kind of just stayed as he is, so we're going to go for an armbar on this side. The side that I've got already his sleeve grip on. So like we went for the closed guard before, I'm still going to bring this leg in, but as I bring this leg in, I'm going to raise my hips up. Pull on the collar, pull on the sleeve to help me rotate my body. You see how my hips have come off the floor to make sure I connect with him. If I hadn't have pulled my hips off the floor, there's just too much space between me and him. So hips up, cut down with that top leg, then swing the other leg over the top, pinch down to collapse his posture, hold, lift, and finish. You notice I've kept hold of the collar grip all the way through. So if he decides he wants to take off and lift his head up, I always have that posture control. Hold into the wrist, lift, and finish. So again, off the entry. So we're going to drop down, leg comes to the outside. If I see the opportunities there, the leg's going to come in straight away, and I'm going to whip my head to the opposite side. Lift your hips to connect with him, swing the leg over the top, cut down on the back of the head, come into the wrist, raise for a nice tight armbar finish. So one more time. Here we drop down into the guard pull, swing the leg up into their ribs, drive the hips up towards. He's staying on his feet, but if he dropped down to his knees, it'd be exactly the same thing. So if he collapsed, we come over the top, lift for the finish. All right, so let's look at guard pull into armbar. 1, 2, 3. Okay then, so off the guard pull this time, we're going to go for another submission, or a couple of submissions. We're going to go for the triangle and Omoplata. So we enter the same way, we drop down. So this foot here, we're going to use onto this arm. So you can either bring toes to the inside and break the grip, or you can bring heel to the outside and break the grip. Whichever way you do that is absolutely fine, but we just need to get our foot onto the bicep. So swing the leg to the inside, kick away, break the grip, and now we've got like this really good control over my partner's arm. So because I'm on my hip as well, it makes this leg longer, so if he tries to get his arm off, it's relatively easy for me to follow that arm. When I'm ready to go, I'm going to keep my foot on the hip because that's going to allow me to lift my hips to my partner. I'm going to pull on the two grips that I've got, shoot my leg over the top, lift my hips up to my partner. So just like the armbar before, I need to take myself to my partner. Once we've got up, we're going to try to break him down. If he stays up in the air, we can lock and we can still go for an armbar here. But if he drops and breaks down to his knees, then we've got the triangle opportunity. We're going to pass the arm across, control his posture, hold the shin, foot goes onto the hip, change our angle, lock in our triangle, make sure you're over the ankle and not the toes, turn the foot out, and then we're going to squeeze the knees together as well to finish. Okay, so again, we drop him down. However we get control of this arm, over the top, kick it away. Pull on the two grips, foot shoots over the top of the arm. Make sure you take your hips to your partner. Lock down. Hold the crown of the head to pull him in nice and tight. Get a basic cross of the legs. It won't be a tight triangle just yet. Lift the hips, pass the arm across, hold the shin, foot onto the hip, change your angle, lock, turn, squeeze, finish. Also, from that same position, so as we drop down, in, we come over the top. So we're going to curl the toes over the top of the arm. So we're kind of like pulling this arm down for the second one. As we pull the arm down, we're going to raise the hips up, and I'm going to pinch my leg across my partner's shoulder. Then I'm going to throw the leg in front of my partner's face, reach across, kick the legs, move my hips out, circle the legs to the outside, raise for the Omoplata. So let's just go. So again, here, 1, 2, foot comes to the inside. We're going to pull, raise the hips, drive my knee down onto my partner's shoulder, swing the leg up over the top, reach across to the far side so he doesn't forward roll. Hips come out, kick the legs flat. I need to pull on the hip, move my hips away, legs come to the outside, and then raise the hips for the finish. Got some flexible shoulders there, young man. All right, so let's do the same guard pull entry. This time let's hit triangle and omoplata. 1, 2, 3.